every day talking to you about life. So the question I want to ask is, what are your preferences? Because here's what I'm coming to understand is that your preferences become who you think you are. It's what you identify with. It's how you define yourselves. And what I want to say to you is that your preferences change from moment to moment, or they can. But who you are doesn't change. Who you are always remains the same. So what is it in you that doesn't change? The best I've come up with it's the small I am. It's a level of awareness. It's the level of awareness that when we pull back and we look from that level of awareness, we realize that we have a body and we have a mind. But where we get fooled, where we really get fooled is we think that what the mind does a preference of, what the mind identifies with, is who we are. And that in and of itself puts us in a prison of what we think. Because the truth is that we can have an infinite expression. We don't have to go along with these preferences. We can change them at any time. That's our God-given right. We have the freedom to change what we prefer in any moment. Now, the key thing is, can you do that consciously instead of doing it unconsciously, being influenced by the media of today, the advertisements of today, how we are being manipulated by watching television and seeing drug commercial after drug commercial after drug commercial, or get this sugar-laden product with this sugar-laden product. You'll feel better, better, better. But they never tell you about the other side, or they minimize what is the other side to you. And we form preferences. And guess what? What our preferences do is also they divide us against each other. Instead of realizing it's okay that other people have other preferences. People don't have to believe everything that we believe in order for us to see that they're good people. At the very basis of everything, everyone is perfect. Everyone is whole. Everyone is complete. But we forget that because we go into judgment based on our preferences. If you look back at your life, can you see how your preferences have changed? If you notice that your preferences have changed, then you realize that they're not your truth. They're just preferences. And we go through phases like that. I see Bond Squad out there, Annette, Nilda, Kimberly, Keshev is back. Anyone else out there, please check in. Love to know who you are. It helps me speak to you. And I want you to know that when I'm talking, I sound like I know what I'm talking about. I do. I know what I'm talking about for me. I don't know about you. You have to determine that. You're the only one who can make determinations for yourself. So when I teach, I tell people all the time, don't believe anything I say. If something resonates with you, test it. See if it works for you. And then if it works for you, now you own it. You own it. I have good news, says Bond. I am glad to announce that I added on my fitness coaching your meditation sessions. It was the best experience adding value to my coaching program. Well, thanks, Bond. I love hearing that. My thing is, can I ask a question and stimulate someone to ask the question for themselves and let them become more empowered, self-empowered? That's all I want to do. My mission in life is to expand human awareness. It's that simple. And I do that by teaching how to live consciously to experience a fulfilled and meaningful life. And you know, for you to live a fulfilled and meaningful life has to do with what do you decide are your preferences. And so don't settle for small ones. You're worthy of so much more than a small life. You're worthy of a most magnificent life, and you get to create it, and no one else can tell you not to. If you have people in your life that are limiting you, realize it's your perception of how you value them that limits them. You can change your perception about them. You can change and say, I don't value you that much, that I'm going to sacrifice who I want to be in the world so you can be happy when I can never make you happy. Think about that. I've known my wife almost 50 years this month. 50 years this month, I will have known my wife. I cannot make her happy. I cannot make her happy. She has to make her happy. She cannot make me happy. Only I can do that. Do you realize that? When we reclaim that power, oh my God. And let me tell you, when you reclaim that power, people are going to push back. They're going to push back because they want you in your little box. They want you there so they know where you are, so they can control you. They like it better. They don't want a free thinker. People do not like free thinkers. It makes them what? Uncomfortable. People are so afraid of the unknown. But let me share this with you. Guess what? Change is constant. And in order to deal with change, you're always dealing with the unknown. So if we can accept that and move forward, then we won't hold ourselves back, and we won't put any pressure on anyone else to hold them back. I don't know. Do you have any questions? Keshav says, are we really free? Yeah, Keshav, because you can choose. You can choose in any moment to say this, that. You can choose in any moment to experience this or that. You can choose in any moment how you feel, how you interpret something. No one controls your ability to choose. And your ability to choose is your freedom. Now, with your choice, there are consequences. There are natural consequences. If you try to jump off a bridge 1,000 feet above a river without a parachute, without a lifeline, you can freely choose to jump off, and the consequence is you go splat. But you are free to choose that. You are free to choose to live and die. You're free to choose whether to be happy or sad. You're free to choose whether to be free or bound. You're always at choice. The illusion is we believe that we're not at choice. And that illusion is prison in today's world. So that's a pretty good topic we've covered today, don't you think? I do. I've got some new settings on this video so that when I post this video, I think it's going to be better quality. I've been working on that. I didn't understand what was going on. And so I'm now exploring technology. I'm hoping that as you witness this live, you're seeing a clear picture, you're hearing a clear voice, and you're getting a clear message. My day with you right now is done. So go out and create your own day as I will do mine. I love you because I accept you as you are. Do the same for yourself. Until tomorrow, aloha.